Alright, let's begin. This is Dust: An Elysian Tale. A game I have played before several times. A game famously made by just one person, the developer at Honest Hearts LLC. Though there was some collaboration with music and voice actors, the vast majority of this game was made by a single man. It sort of became a benchmark for quality of indie games. Yet, I think the subject matter put people off a little bit. Sort of inspired a knee-jerk reaction. But we will not be paying any mind to that for this playthrough. As you can see, I have played this game to completion before. More than completion, in fact. And this does have a bit of significance for me as well, because in this playthrough, I'm going to be playing on Tough. And once I've completed this, I will have gotten every achievement in the game. Which is, I mean, it's not really anything to brag about, I think, but it'll be nice to finally have completed it after so long. Truly completed it, I mean. Anyway, I won't have much of an opportunity to put on voices for this one, as this game is fully voiced on its own. With some incredible talent behind the mic, I must say. So without further stalling, let's begin. On Tough.
Our world has fallen to fade, its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium, long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy.
And we are in control.
Despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust. Dust. Arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of the sword.
Well, we are now in control, and we have several options that we can choose from. You don't look like a guardian to me. This may be a bit presumptuous. Your name is Fidget. Shall we go with the slightly amused reaction? Why not? I tend to think this is when Dust is at his most appealing, is when he reacts this way.
I'm sorry, I think I misheard before. You said your name was Fidget?
Not quite as much snark as I remember.
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
Calm yourself, Fidget. His name is Dust, and he is the one who woke me from my slumber.
Why, thank you, Ara.
So, Fidgets, then?
That's me. And you're Dust?
It would seem that way, though I can't recall that name.
You don't look like a guardian to me.
No offense, but aren't you a bit, well, small? For a guardian, I mean.
Hey, I just look after that thing. After 200 years, nobody expects the sword to just fly off and start, talking. I'm kind of wishing somebody told me this was part of the job description. Or maybe they did, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
What is this sword, anyway?
So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Shall we be patient or just say enough? Let's be patient.
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
Well, I can think of one thing you could do with it. So we are now in control. And we can move and jump. Dust is quite a skilled jumper, and we can walk over here to find a key. And spend a little time admiring the very appealing art. Look at the little bunny. we cannot harm the bunny, which is fine with me. There's fish in the water. This game is just beautiful all around. In the meantime, let us press on and try to discover what our purpose here is. As we enter our first area, the glade. And as the game instructs us, we can look up or down, which is sometimes helpful. It can be helpful to know what you're jumping into before you jump. And there is a breakable wall here, which we will smash. And find some mysterious wall chicken. The most delicious of all chicken.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
And we can check the map. From here you can view explored areas within the current region. You can also get a sense of any treasure within the immediate vicinity, as Fidget will inform us, by displaying a treasure icon over her head when she detects treasure nearby. Sadly, I do not think we are capable of getting this treasure just yet, but we can always try. Apparently not from this angle. And I have wasted my chicken, but that is fine. I doubt I will be needing it, and there will be more. Ah, we found a thing. Shall we stand here and examine the thing for a little bit? We have acquired Dash, which is our first dodge ability. And now that the game has allowed us to, we can jump down through this log. Somehow we were unable to do so before. We had to wait for clearance, I suppose. We can smash through this stone block and pick up a note. In ancient times, our greatest possessions and staunchest allies were locked away using powerful magic beyond our comprehension. The only way to reclaim these lost treasures is to use the magically attuned keys strewn about our world. I only hope there is enough time to free them all. Ah, and we can collect treasure.
Right, we found a chest!
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
Indeed we will. But we have a key, so let's open this chest. And opening the chest requires completing a fairly simple QuickTime event. And we find treasure and a revival stone, and some food. All of these things will be useful.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
Yes, Dust, remember what you have learned about combat thus far. Which is approximately nothing.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
There is no need to mash buttons. As we can destroy these enemies fairly easily.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. I learn these skills?
It's almost as if you've been through this entire adventure before.
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
And that helps too.
Hello? Monsters?
The monsters are gone, Fidget. You don't need to worry about them.
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these people fruits. Something tells me you're going to need them.
I'm not sure where you were keeping those, but I will gladly take them. You've been given 5 feeble fruits, which live up to their name as some of the lowest health restoring consumables in the game. And we found a save point. And we will save. I'll be using slot 3 for this playthrough, as the other 2 are filled with saves of sentimental value, and I do not want to get rid of them. Now let us go to battle. Teach these monsters that they can't just roam freely through the forest, terrorizing the innocent wildlife. When we are through, there will be nothing left but dust. We have a series of combos we can use. Our basic 4-hit combo will knock an enemy away. And chaining a 2-hit combo together with Y will end in a throw. Well, something similar to a throw. Chaining X to Y directly will cause the enemy to be lifted off the ground and made vulnerable to air combos. And air combos are going to be one of the highest sources of damage available to you in this game. As well as one of the easiest ways to develop combos. As we continue to develop our abilities, our power in the air is only going to increase. And we can also perform the downward strike, which is very useful for returning to the ground. And Dust is quite the aerial acrobat.
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed.
Wow, I am very excited now. I can hardly imagine what super impressive feats Fidget has waiting. Let's press A and bear witness to her might.
Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
These monsters are being very patient.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Indeed it will.
Actually, Dust, between the 3 of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
Fidget spells are another very effective way to chain combos across levels through multiple groups of enemies. As they are homing projectiles, they make it much easier to continue your combo,
Alright, I think I
as
understand.
they are capable of hitting enemies that you cannot even see.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
And Fidget obliterates the fourth wall once again.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
I think I will be fine. Let's show these monsters what we've learned. And the Dust Storm is a fantastic method of building combo meter and to hold one enemy in place, or a group of enemies. Now, allow me to show you its real use. By using the Dust Storm in mid-air, you gain access to Dust's most potent ability, which is the ability to basically fly. It seems I have not unlocked it yet. That's fine. I just need to wait for R to tell me. I thought that was available right after learning the Dust Storm, but apparently not. Well, that's fine though. We are more than capable of dealing with these enemies without it. And we found another save point, which we will gladly take advantage of. And it may be a good idea to equip some food. And we have spots for other equipment as well, but they are not relevant yet. I absolutely love how the music picks up in intensity as we progress through this area. It can be a little difficult to change direction mid-combo, but it's not too much of a problem. And we've completed a 100 hit chain, which granted quite a bit of bonus experience. With enough practice, and the proper abilities, which will become available to us shortly, it is quite possible to fly through most of this game, quite literally.
You just leveled up.
Is that what I did? It feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more powerful.
And we have leveled up. While it may be tempting to upgrade your max health first, I tend to go straight for upgrading attack. Although upgrading attack too much can make it difficult to build combo, as enemies will die before you're really able to build much of a combo on them. But this early on, it's not much of an issue. And we've encountered a fog. Not a fog. Encountered violently blowing fog, no. We've encountered strong winds in this area, which weren't really much of an obstacle, all things considered. I have become far too used to using the B button to dodge. I will need to break this habit. And as you can see, Fidget's bullets continue to build combo, even when enemies are not on screen. Which allows us to build another large chain. And Fidget has detected treasure.
Wow. It's really beautiful up here.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
Not a clue.
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
You don't sound bitter at all, Fidget.
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this, Fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
Now, that's not fair. Technically, the sword gave itself to me. You could say the sword took me.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Oh, that enemy got the drop on us slightly. And we've gained our first quest. Let's take a look at this. You've woken up in a small glade in the mountains with no memory of your past. An ancient magical blade, Aura, and its guardian Fidget have joined with you. With no other paths to travel, the road to the east is your only option. There is a village in the distance. Perhaps it holds some answers. I would imagine it does. And we find yet another save point. Save points will not always be this generously placed, I should say. But for now, we can take advantage. If you are playing on normal or easy, save points will regenerate your health. But as we are playing on tough, they will not. And we can break this small wall. Being careful not to allow enemies to get the drop on us. And we find 2 keys for our trouble, which is excellent. Now let us jump down and continue making our way towards the village. Fidget's projectiles can also be handy in locating enemies, as they will usually seek them out if they are anywhere nearby. Ah, now we've acquired what is most likely my favorite ability in the game, the Aerial Dust Storm. This is an incredibly useful ability, and it really opens up Dust's skill set. Allow me to demonstrate. With this ability, we can continue our Dust Storm combo while in the air. And this is what really brings Dust's skill set together, as it allows us to continue chaining combos through the air, while being much more mobile than we would otherwise. Not only that, but it allows us to launch Fidget projectiles while in midair, which is a very useful skill to have. Using Fidget's normal projectiles without the dust storm isn't really worth doing. So this is a very useful ability to have. And the weather has suddenly taken a turn for the worse. Ah, this wall is reinforced with a powerful alloy. This wall is too strong to be broken. And this chest requires 4 keys, pardon me, which we have, so we might as well open it. And collect a fair amount of treasure, and a piece of equipment, a warped pendant, which gives us +2 attack and +2 luck, which we have no reason not to wear. Ah.
Is that a tent? Is there somebody in there?
It is a very small tent, but a tent nonetheless.
Ah, whatever it is, it's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
You shouldn't judge based on appearance, Fidget.
A merchant lies in wait. Do not let his appearance frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
Psh, I wasn't frightened. Just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
Indeed we will. Hello.
I've been expecting you, stranger.
Who are you?
Merely a friend with many wares for sale. Shall we conduct business?
And at the shop we can buy a wide variety of things. Some more helpful than others. The shopkeeper also sells keys, but only in limited amounts, which will be useful later on. You can also buy armor, augments for weapons, which tends to just be materials to sharpen your weapons with, sandpaper, eggshells, and whetstones. But by far the most important thing he provides at this time is food. We also have mushrooms, which serve as poison antidote. Poison is a fairly understated mechanic in the game. It doesn't really become relevant until later. But I say we may as well take advantage of some of our unused inventory and buy a ring. We could buy one of these vests. I see no reason not to. And of course we will buy a cupcake, because what else would you do? You see a cupcake, you buy it. It's basically a law of nature.
Before you leave, might I propose an offer?
That would depend on the offer.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a gift. Should you find a blacksmith and the necessary materials, they may be able to craft the item for you. I can offer you materials as well, though I'm not entirely sure what materials this land deems of value. I am not from around here, as I'm sure you've guessed by now.
Why, the thought never so much as crossed my mind.
Once you've sold me a new material type, I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward, I will pay you a bonus for the first new material you sell me.
This is another very useful feature of the shopkeeper.
Ah, he'll buy them at a high price.
And Fidget comes in with the obligatory reference, stranger.
Well, yes. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Watch your back, my friend.
Let us immediately take advantage of
I am here to
this.
serve.
And we will switch to sell mode and immediately sell him one of every material. Or rather, just the materials he doesn't have in stock. This is a very useful thing to do, as it will allow you to buy these materials rather than having to farm for them, which is an exercise in frustration at times. His prices can be steep, but they are much preferable to killing hordes of
Your
enemies
transaction is
for
most appreciated.
drops that are not guaranteed.
The materials you've sold me will be quite useful. I'll attempt to restock them as time goes on. I also share my stock with other merchants. With our help, you will save valuable time collecting rarer materials.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Watch your back, my friend.
And we've completed a quest. And the quest log is cutting off the description slightly. Did not notice that before. Anyway, we've done everything we can here. So let's press on. And we've received a blueprint for light chainmail, which we cannot use at this time. Later we will have a use for these blueprints, but as of now they do nothing. Ah, we discovered a bomb fruit. As you may be able to tell by the glowing yellow bits, these fruits are very helpful for blowing things up. Such as this alloy wall, which has been demolished. Attempting to guide these bomb fruits to their destination is one of the game's main puzzle mechanics, and is used quite extensively. Later, we will encounter bomb fruits with timers as well. In fact, I believe these all have timers, but some are far more immediate than others. And we found yet another key. So let us move on. And we can save once again. And move to the next area, which contains yet more bomb fruits, which can also be used against enemies. Although it does not provide as much experience as simply building combo chains. It can be useful against some more durable enemy types. The opportunity to use bomb fruits against enemies is not as common as you may expect. And we have another alloy wall down here, which is just begging for a delicious fruit right in its face. Ah, and we've gotten our first bomb fruit with a timer. And more wall chicken. Delicious. Ah. Encountered one of the more difficult enemies in this game. A slime. Which will require us to make use of our counter ability, which the game has not explained yet, but I already know how to use. It simply involves holding the attack button down.
There's something in that cage! Quick, get it out!
Awfully bold of you, Fidget. There could be something in that cage that wants to eat you. And yet your first idea is to bust it open?
4 locks. I'll take a wild guess and say we need 4 keys.
I would imagine you are right. Do we have 4 keys? Actually, this cage is asking for 5 keys. I believe we have them, though. So let's open it up. And we find our first friend, which gives us a permanent 5% health bonus. And for those who are fans of Ed McMillan, you can probably already tell that this is Super Meat Boy. Friends are generally references to other games. And we found more wall chicken. Hello, meat boy. Enjoy your freedom. And try not to get killed on any buzzsaws. If you had been paying attention, you may have also noticed that we unlocked a new region on the map. That's the clubhouse where the friends hang out. Which contains some secrets if you manage to find all of the friends. Some of them are quite challenging to reach. And require huge amounts of keys to free.
Dust, there's something up there.
Not a problem at all. Stand back.
Dust seems very confident here. I can't imagine this will end poorly.
All right, I've got it. Wait, no! Ah!
What's the problem? It seemed like you were doing fine.
Having some trouble there?
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get a good enough grip.
Aw, you're just trying to show off. That's sweet. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. We'll just come back later.
Alright. And we encounter another slime, which I attempted to counter and failed somehow. These can be very irritating enemies. It can be very difficult to get the timing of the counter right. The counter mechanic is one of the more iffy things in this game, in my opinion. Something that isn't very
Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
responsive.
Be on your guard, Dust. I sense a powerful foe ahead of you.
Don't worry, Dust. I'll be behind you every step of the way. Way behind.
Ah, another slime.
It's another one of those spiky slime things!
They're persistent, I'll give them that.
Much as I pity this corrupted beast, now might be a good time to demonstrate the parry technique. Allow it to strike.
Hey, you dazed it!
Attack and hold the button at the moment of the enemy's strike, and you will parry their attack, opening them up for a counterattack.
Timing is crucial, and you must be facing your opponent. And as you can see, a successful parry may also daze your opponent temporarily. Now, put this beast out of its misery.
With pleasure. Yes, there's not much more to be said about that at this point. But we need to have a snack, so let's do so. And we've reached the village.
I see somebody over there.
Or at least the village outskirts.
Ask them if they've got anything to eat.
You just gave me food. Not 10 minutes ago. It's odd that you would be complaining about being hungry now.
We're in a bit of a hurry, Fidget. Don't worry, I'll feed you later.
Hey, I'm not a pet! But, I would appreciate that. Thanks.
And this is a very well-made campfire to not be getting snuffed out by this torrential rain. Let's talk to this person.
Oh, hello! You surprised me there. Don't get many travelers this far out of town.
Sorry about that. It's nice to finally meet a friendly face. So we're getting closer to the village then?
You mean Aurora Village? Yes, it's just beyond those fields to the east. And I think you might be just in time.
What do you mean?
The monster attacks down there have been getting worse. Right before you showed up, I'd swear I heard somebody shouting.
She's right, Dust. I can hear somebody calling for help further down the path.
Let's get going.
Yes, please hurry. Be careful. Please, you've got to hurry.
It is time to heed the call of heroism. as Dust is not the type to simply sit by while others need help. And the game takes a moment to explain what I explained earlier. Save monuments will regenerate your health on lower difficulties, but on tough or higher, they will not. To battle.
Look!
We won't be battling them. They appear to be done.
Please, help us!
Ah! Look at the size of that thing!
Don't worry, I think I can handle it.
I wish I was as confident as Dust is. This fight can be a bit of a difficulty spike early on in the game.
Exercise all you've learned, Dust. Send these foul creatures from this existence.
First thing we will do is back up. There are several strategies you can use to approach this fight, but countering tends to be effective against these. It makes them much easier to damage, and protects you from being hurt. Countering can also be done in midair. I keep referring to it as countering, but it's called parrying. And we've dispatched them. But that's not all.
No, wait! That's not all of them!
Indeed it is not.
Here comes some more!
Giant golems from the sky. Now this can be very difficult if done incorrectly. These things do enough damage to kill you in just a few hits. But we've gotten through it without too much of a problem.
Is that it? Did we get all of them?
I don't think I even got hit.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And we gained another level.
Well done, Dust. You have proven yourself a worthy swordsmaster, and none too soon.
Bah! They weren't so tough. I could probably take on another 4 or 5 of them. You know, if I had to. And Dust was there.
Oh, thank you so much.
What happened here?
I don't know. We were out here checking the fields when those giants attacked.
We've been having a lot of problems with smaller beasts, but this is the first time a giant has ever come this close to the village.
Then the first step of your journey is near its end, Dust. The village lies just ahead.
Yes, we arrived. That's great. But what now?
That has not yet been revealed to me. These people are safe, and that is what is important. Let us continue onward.
Will you two be all right?
Yes, I just need a moment to rest. I'm not sure how you did it, but you took down 3 giants single-handedly.
Not a problem. That's what we do. Bringing justice to the weak and defenseless.
Hey, who are you calling weak?
Well, I won't say much, but I'm not the one who's on the ground. Then again, these people are clearly not warriors, and Dust clearly is. And we've gained yet another level, which we can allocate. I will put it in defense for now. And we can speak to them again. This is Oneida.
We're still a little shook up, but I think we'll be fine.
I just need to sit here for a while. My leg still hurts.
You should get to safety when you can. I cleared out quite a few monsters on the way in, but you never know when they'll be back. Did one of those monsters hurt you?
Well, I mean, not exactly.
This old lug twisted his ankle running away from those monsters. Nice of you to stick around to protect your poor old wife.
I was running to get help.
Yeah, lots of help in the tool shed, I'm sure. What, you got a little army hiding in there?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should go.
Oh, no, please don't get the wrong idea. I still love my husband, even if he is a coward.
Bah!
Oh, by yourself.
Well, let's head on to the village and make sure everyone else is safe. I'm sure we'll get a very warm welcome. Chapter 1, Destiny. And we've entered Aurora Village. And been given some new music.
Hold it right there. Are they gone? I don't hear anything.
If you're referring to the giants, I took care of them.
They're dead?
Yep, thoroughly expired. They were no match for us. There's an older couple back there that could use some help, though.
That must have been Oneida and her husband Gian. Thank you. We'll send help right away.
So you're saying you just happened to show up at the right time, huh?
I suppose.
Interesting coincidence.
If you're suggesting I had something to do with this attack...
Whoa, take it easy. I have to apologize for my big friend Caleb here. We're just a little overwhelmed is all.
What's been happening here?
I guess you missed the endless hordes of bloodthirsty monsters on your way in?
They used to stay in the mountains, away from the village. Now they're attacking us on a daily basis. No one's been hurt yet, at least not until today. If giants are showing up near Oneida's farm, things are far worse than we thought.
Speaking of which, where exactly do you come from? There's nothing west of here except crazy old Cora.
We're,
How are you going to answer that one?
Prospectors! We are prospectors! And we're out on an excavation to find, ore deposits in the mountains. You know, gold, silver, manganite?
Prospectors, eh? You're certainly well armed for the job.
like you said, there are a lot of monsters out there.
Well, we're indebted to you either way, so go on through. But I'm watching the two of you.
Please, make yourselves at home. My name is Bean. There's not much here, but we do have a merchant if you need supplies.
Bean is exaggerating a bit, as there is plenty here.
Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Let's talk to them. Hello, Bean.
Thanks so much for your help. Please, make yourselves at home.
How are you two holding up?
Don't worry about us. I'm in no rush to take on a giant, but I think we're in the clear.
That's an interesting outfit you're wearing.
Oh, you're one to talk. Can your friend even see from under that hat?
He can see everything. It's spooky, really. No reason to get defensive. Just trying to help.
You really ought to be better equipped, in case anything else comes through here.
Nonsense. I crafted this spear myself.
Yes, it's very nice.
All right, that's enough. Why don't you two leave me alone now?
Please, take a break. You've earned it.
I appreciate the offer, but it's gonna be a while before I can rest. Prospectors, Fidgets? That was the best thing you could come up with?
Well, to be fair, Dust, you didn't come up with anything.
It was the first thing that popped into my head. It's not like you had anything better. Come on, let's get away from these guards.
All right, Ara. Where to now?
You're right where you need to be. The answers to your identity lie somewhere in this village.
I know this place, that's for certain. I'm sure I've been here before, but nobody seems to recognize me.
And you, in turn, do not recognize them. Yet I feel there is something here that may yet trigger your memory's return.
Maybe we should look around for a bit then? If you really have been here before, maybe somebody will recognize you.
That is a good idea, Fidget. Let us meet with the townspeople. I am certain that the next step of your journey will reveal itself in time.
Very well, but something here is making me uneasy. Like the calm before a storm.
Foreshadowing. You've proven yourself a hero to the townspeople of Aurora. Perhaps now you can get some answers from the townsfolk. Let's see if we can. Oh, hello. And this person is a quest giver. Hello.
Why, hello there. I'm always thrilled to see a new face, even when it's all covered up like yours.
Indeed. Well, my name is Dust, and this is Fidget.
Hiya! Don't mind Mr. Grumpy. He's not big on the whole eye contact thing.
Fidget and Dust, eh? Not from around here, are you? Well, neither was I originally. But this is a nice little place, if you're not in a hurry. Ah, where are my manners? I'm Augustin, local strongman. Say, you want to arm wrestle?
Some other time perhaps. We're just passing through.
Ah, that's a shame. Thought you looked like the arm wrestling type. You know, I heard what you did back there for Oneida. Great stuff. Maybe we can help each other out?
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
I have an old friend, a blacksmith. Lives way up at the top of Archer's Pass. I promised I'd deliver some materials to him way back when, but haven't been up that way in ages. Area's pretty dangerous these days if you ask me. Maybe you could deliver them for me? Tell you what, if you help me out, I'll give you this blueprint. If you give it to him along with these spare materials, he'll set you on your way right quick.
A blacksmith that can craft items from blueprints? I think I'll take you up on that, Augustin.
Wow, that's great! I knew I could count on you! When you see him, just tell him that old Augustin says hello.
And we have received a quest to go speak with a blacksmith, which is something we very much want to do.
I'll be honest, there ain't a whole lot here, but you'll find a shop near the east entrance.
Thanks, Augustin. Maybe we'll drop by.
Let's be on our way. Ah. This is Gianni. A not exactly pleasant character.
Jess?
Good morning?
And with great timing, it immediately starts pouring rain.
Is it though?
It was a moment ago.
I guess?
He guesses. Wonderful. Well, perhaps you can guess that I really don't want to talk such drivel right now. Go, scurry off and leave me be.
Well, you're a bit rude, aren't you?
Wonderful. Another moment with the philosopher king himself. Why don't you bother Augustine or some other such buffoon?
You don't need to ask me twice. We're leaving.
Indeed we are. We have no need to talk to Gianni at this time. Let's talk to Mosca.
Hello. I don't believe I've seen you before.
We just came in from the west.
Ah, so you're the one everyone is talking about.
Everyone's talking?
Of course. You're the one who saved Oneida. My name is Mosca, and I am at your service. If you need anything, just let me know. Say, are you staying long?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
Well, if you ever find yourself heading east of the village, maybe you could let me know if the roads are safe?
Oh, they're far from safe. The town guards mentioned that monsters have been attacking all sides of the village. You're better off staying inside the walls for now.
Well, see, here's my problem. I've been meaning to visit someone in Denham. It's a small village on the edge of Abadi's forest.
I imagine this someone is pretty important to you?
Well, yeah. See, it's about a girl.
Well, surely she's worth the danger.
Oh, she is! She definitely is. I want to make sure she's okay. With all these monsters around, there's been no word from Denham at all.
Mosca, if my travels take me there, I'll let her know you're thinking about her.
Oh, thank you so much! You're great! You're really, really great!
Let's talk to Mosca again.
Always a pleasure to see you guys.
Well, he's much more pleasant than Gianni, that's for sure. Let's see what's down here. Another chest, which only requires one key this time. And is full of sweet rolls. Delicious. And we found another ring, which we can equip. And we now have 2. And we have a bit of armor. I'm not sure where I picked that up, but we can wear it. Hello. This is Reed.
You're perfect.
Am I?
Thanks?
Not you. Listen, do you hear it? Can you hear its whispers locked within? Within the box. My box.
I don't hear anything.
Well, of course you don't. My box has been lost. Somebody must have stolen it. Perhaps it was that Mosca fellow. He's always averting his gaze from me. Like he's hiding something.
Probably his distaste for your nuttiness.
I can hear its whispers coming from below. Down, deep down in the earth. If you're ever down there, please, you must find my box and return it at once. And whatever you do, do not open the box.
Okay, Reed. If I find your box underground, I'll be sure to bring it back.
Yet another quest to find Reed's box. We'll stop for a snack.
Oh, my box. Where's my box? Do you have my box? I must have it back. Find it, please.
Hi there.
Well, hello.
You don't seem very happy.
You're a quiet one.
Dust, manners. You'll have to excuse him. He's a bit worn out, saving the village and everything, you know?
Yes, I heard something about that.
Ah, yes. Well, good.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They'll just keep coming back. And there's nothing we can do about it. Excuse me.
I didn't introduce myself before. My name is Dust, and my companion here is Fidget.
Hello again.
Dust? Really?
Is something wrong?
No, I'm sorry. It's just an interesting name. I'm Ginger. Oh, and about those people you saved.
Yes?
Well, that was a noble thing to do. So thank you.
Well, that's a bit nicer.
She's a cheerful one, huh?
A bit of gratitude might have been nice. What kind of a bratty...
Hey, ease off, Dust. She looked like she was pretty depressed.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, Fidget. I don't know what came over me just then. Come on, let's keep moving.
Dust may have a bit of a temper himself. Oh, that's hardly unusual for a fighter. Ah, and this must be the shop. Let's say hello.
Ah, our famed savior. I had hoped you'd come. Welcome to my humble shop.
Here we can buy quite a few new things. And many old things. including lots of materials. And this place also functions as a material shop, which we can sell our new materials to and allow them to be placed in the stock rotation.
Thank you for coming in. I can almost guarantee your satisfaction. Almost. Welcome back.
You don't really need anything.
I can almost guarantee your satisfaction. Almost.
Let's move on and see what's down here. Another save point, which I will use, and another note. A word of advice. What is this thing? Some kind of cage? Whatever it is, it's making an awful, awful racket. Once in a while I hear the words that sound like fat and bees. What does that even mean? I'll hide it in the caves beneath Aurora until I've found the keys I need. I just need to remember to jump as far to the right as I can. Sounds like a hint for something later. Box, that's what it is. It's a box. You can't open it. Don't look in the box. Do not open the box. You can look at the box, but that's it. And only if it helps you bring it back. It fell into a hole near the storage cave in Aurora, no doubt found by whatever lives in the deep darkness below. And then we've met yet another person. Let's say hello.
Good day. I'm Mayor Bram. So, you're the hero I've been hearing about.
It's nothing, really. We're just passing through.
No need to be modest, my friend. We can't thank you enough for your help. Things have been rough in Aurora of late, so having a true hero in our midst is really boosting morale. So, what's your name, son?
Dust. My name is Dust. And some of the villagers I've met, they don't seem quite as pleased as you.
Ah, are you talking about the Watchmen? You must understand, hardly a day goes by without some monstrosity attacking our peaceful village. They were simply being cautious. Take my word, I'm sure they meant no ill will.
There was also this girl.
Yes, that could only be Ginger. She can be a bit of a handful, but don't pass judgment on her like that. You have no idea what she's gone through this past year.
She looked pretty upset about something.
Don't concern yourself. We have other matters to discuss.
What help could I possibly provide? A few giants in a field seem like the least of your problems.
Yet again with the modesty. You're no mere travelers, that much I've gathered. Mineral merchants don't wield blades as impressive as yours, Dust. Please, we really could use the help.
I don't know. I'm searching for something myself.
Then perhaps we can help each other. If you help our village, I promise I'll do whatever I can to help you. But I can be of no assistance while our village is constantly attacked by these creatures. We suspect their leader is close by, and if you could...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You hold on a second. You're saying those mindless thugs have a leader?
Until recently, they would attack us in small groups. Nothing we couldn't handle. Now, they coordinate attacks on a much larger scale, hitting the village on both sides, driving our forces apart. I assure you, whatever leads these things is experienced in warfare.
What do they want?
Our land, I imagine.
Just a casual observation, but they don't seem the farming type.
Well, whatever it is, it's become a serious problem. If you truly are as capable as I hear...
You want us to find their leader?
It certainly would cripple their advance. You'd be doing the entire village a great service.
How about it, Dust?
Well,
You feel a conflict of emotions. This is good. I will abide by your decision, Master. I trust you to take the right path.
Helping this village is the right thing to do. But it's more than that. It's almost like I know these people. Like I have to help them.
that strange feeling you've got is a little foreign concept called compassion. I'm proud of you, Dust. Of course, if you said no, I need to bite your face off.
Charming as always, Fidget.
I think you've made a wise decision.
All right, Mayor Bram, you've convinced us. We'll do what we can to help stop these attacks.
That's my boy. The Watchman reported increased monster activity to the east of our village, so I imagine that's where you should go. But do be careful. Strong as you may be, I've seen many fine warriors lose their lives to these monstrosities.
I understand, Mayor. I'll be careful, and I'll be back.
And we've gained yet another quest and another level, which we will invest. Let's upgrade Fidget and our attack power once again. This should give us plenty to work with for the next area, but we're not headed there quite yet.
Hey, you're the outsider.
Yeah, that's me.
That's great. So you must know your way around out there. Maybe you could do me a favor.
Depends on the favor. What is it you need?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vale, and I'm in charge of keeping our guards well equipped.
Oh, so their poor equipment is pretty much your fault.
In so many words, yes. But it's not like I enjoy giving them subpar equipment. If I had better materials, I could make better gear. Tell you what, if you could bring me 5 imp hides, I would gladly buy them off you for more than the shop will offer.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Much appreciated. I'll be waiting right here. Please, let me know if you come across those materials.
Oh, don't worry, Fail, we will.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Much appreciated.
Let's move on. Now we've reached the world map, which offers several areas we can go and explore. Archer's Pass, the Sanctuary, the Glade, which we just came from, and Abadi's Forest. The first place I want to go is Archer's Pass. Where we're treated to yet more amazing music. And here's where the game starts getting a bit more difficult. And we cannot get through this gate yet. We need a resonance gem, a violet one.
Do you hear something flapping?
I think that's you, Fidget.
What? That isn't you?
Hey, I don't make that much noise.
Wait, you're right. Look out! We've got company!
Imps! Let's tear them out of the sky. And this is where the aerial dust storm becomes very useful, as it will lock on to targets in the air. Using this, dust can very easily fly, as long as there are enemies around. Deal with these enemies. And another save point, which I will use. Balancing fidget attacks with melee combos is a great way to keep your energy up. Using too much of either one will leave you at a disadvantage. Oops. Did not counter quite fast enough there. Let's take a moment to eat something. Delicious cinnamon roll. Here the camera angle has zoomed out a bit. This is a very fun area. One of the easiest areas to build massive combos right here. But I managed to lose it at the last moment there. Getting stuck in that throw on the ground is what ended up ruining my combo there. Let's try that again. It would be nice to gain another level before moving on. And I got hit by a slime. One of the reasons I tend to dislike this enemy. Its upward attack is almost impossible to avoid. Best to deal with this before moving on. There is very little warning or any time to react when that attack is about to come out. Managed to counter an imp in midair without even trying. And then got myself hit immediately afterward. Not the best showing. But that is how this game is sometimes. As Ara alluded to before, using the dust storm for too long without stopping will actually cause Dust to hurt himself, which will also stop any combo you may have going. We've gained another skill gem. Let's use that. And upgrade our maximum health. We are going to need it. Excuse me, I believe I countered there. Again, it's not one of my favorite aspects of this game. Enemies that force you to use the combo.
Oh my, he really should have saved first.
Bloms, deadly creatures. Keep your distance. They will detonate if you get too close, but are vulnerable when taking a deep breath.
Perfect for a ranged attack. Let me at him.
But we will save first. This enemy type can very easily end the game. Ah, another shopkeeper.
I am here to serve.
Let's buy some more food. As we are definitely going to need it. And I may as well buy a whetstone, as I have the money for it. Let's provide whatever other types of materials we may need here. Which is just
Your
one.
transaction is most appreciated.
Thank you.
Dealing with bloms can be very risky. I undershot that jump just slightly. There's another save point. Thankfully, just getting close to them is enough to set them off. No attack is really needed. And they can even kill off other enemies for you. It's always best to be very careful when dealing with these, though, as they do enough damage to kill you instantly. With a well-timed dodge, it's possible to avoid the attack. And we found a key. Obviously, directly attacking the bloms would be a horrible mistake. We will avoid doing that. Thankfully, they tend to clear themselves out effectively enough. I believe there is a secret hidden around here. Yes, a floating platform. And one of these chests is in fact a trap, if I remember correctly. Let's see, how many keys do I currently have? Only one. It seems we're opening this chest. Yeah, some chests do contain enemies, but not many. I'll have to come back when I have more keys. The dust storm can also be used to collect things off the ground. It'll bring any nearby collectibles to you, which can be useful. Occasionally it's useful. Sometimes it just ends up flinging them even farther away. And I found a blueprint. Or a pendant that won't be very useful. Now, if done right, it's entirely possible to fly through this area, but it is unnecessarily risky. can and move on. To yet another save point. It's amazing that all of these explosions haven't caused an avalanche or something. But it does explain what happened to all of these statues that are destroyed everywhere. Ah, see? Just one touch from a bomb explosion was enough to bring me to the brink of death. And lit me on fire, no less. It was a very strange pipe. Let's jump down it.
Whoa, hello there.
Easy there, Chief.
Everyone, calm down, please. So, you were the ones making all that noise up there.
Not intentionally. By the way, do you know you have bloms in the attic?
Oh, those? They don't bother us. And they tend to keep the other monsters away. If I knew we were having company, I'd have cleared them out myself. Sorry about that, I guess. So, what brings you two this far outside Aurora? I'm assuming that's where you're from.
I'm Dust, and this is my companion, Fidget. We're here to deliver these materials on Augustin's behalf.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm Haley, and this is my brother, Maddie. Don't mind him. I see you've got a blueprint there. Mind if I take a look? Well, this doesn't look too hard. Tell you what, if you can find me the materials for it, I'll craft this item for you.
One of the best items to get early on would be this chainmail. But we do not have the materials yet. We are missing the materials for just about everything except this pendant, which is not helpful.
Thanks, Haley.
And, just because I like you, I'll give you a blue resonance gem. Don't know if you caught it on your way up, but there's a big blue door at the foot of Archer's Pass that this'll open. Just inside the door is a teleporter that'll take you right up here. Makes return trips a lot easier. So you can come and visit anytime you like.
I'll be honest, even with a shortcut at the foot of the pass, I'm not sure I'll be able to make it up here too often.
Well, my dad did have these little receiver things he'd give to his regular customers to transport goods back and forth. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them to give you. Let me think. If I remember correctly, one of my dad's customers dropped one somewhere in Abadi's forest. If you were to find it, I could craft your items and send them to you through the receiver whenever you wanted. Dad normally gives his customers a blue resonance gem, so check for blue resonance gates in Abadi's forest. Need anything else?
Let's have a conversation.
So, let's talk. So, is blacksmithing the official family trade then?
In a way, I guess. My father said I could be whatever I wanted, but when you grow up alongside a world-famous blacksmith, your options are fairly limited. Not that I mind, though. It's nice to have skills that are in demand these days. Everybody always needs something forged, whether it's amulets or armor.
So, business is good?
It's been better. Still, we make enough to keep things going, and that's the important thing.
I notice it's only you and Maddie up here in the pass. Is it just you two?
Not all the time, no. My father still runs the forge, but he's usually away on business. Right now, he's somewhere across the sea hunting down new minerals and ores. He's always trying to make better weapons and armor.
Sounds like he's always pretty busy.
Yeah, but I get along fine by myself. And Maddie too, of course.
I meant to ask before, does Maddie have a problem with me?
What?
Well, it's just... he seems to grumble a lot around me.
I can attest to that. Lots of grumbling.
I really can't say, Dust. Maddie, do you have anything to say?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that answers your question.
Not really, but...
Let it go, Dust. Just let it go.
Well, why live here?
Your forge is pretty far off the beaten path, Haley. Why set up shop so far outside Aurora?
This forge is actually quite ancient. My father's 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 father inherited it from his mother's grandfather on her father's side. It was built during the Battle of Archer's Pass, many hundreds of years ago. The archers were holding off their enemies from way up here, but they needed a forge to replenish their arrows. So, they built one right where they stood. It helped them take Archer's Pass, and from here, they were able to liberate the whole valley.
Sounds like this forge has a lot of history behind it then. Even so...
Location, location, location.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I wish it was more accessible. We'd get more business, I'm sure of it. But it's not like we can just pick it up and move it.
I'll bet if you had an army of trained rats, you could loot this place no problem.
What?
Fidget, I don't think that'd help.
You know, smart mutant rats with magic!
Don't worry about her, Dust. Altitude sickness drives some creatures crazy.
Fidget was pretty crazy before. Maybe we should be on our way.
Yes, let's do that.
Need anything else?
And we can't craft anything right now.
Thanks, Dust. Don't be long coming back.
Let's talk to Maddie before we leave.
Hi there, Maddie. Nice to meet you. Alright then. How you doing, Maddie? Great, that's just fantastic. What's the word, Maddie? I'll make sure to spread the good news. How's the market treating you, Maddie? Good to hear, good to hear. Hey, Maddie, so about your sister. Alright, well, I'm glad we had this talk. Hi there, Maddie. Alright then.
Such a well-written character. Now let's get out of here.
That went incredibly well. Do you know why?
I don't know, Fidget. Why?
Oh, don't be so dense. It's because she likes you.
Fidget, what are you talking about?
You didn't see the signals? She was giving you the signals.
That's great, Fidget. Really, I'll keep that in mind.
Dust does not sound particularly enthusiastic about this. But there's nothing left to be done here for the moment. So let's head back down. We can try out that new shortcut that we've just opened up. But first, there's an area down here that I didn't look into yet. Collect a bit more free experience. Getting down from here can be just as difficult as climbing up, if not more so. At least getting down the manual way. Let's go check out this path to the right. Ah, we need a red resonance gem to get past this door. And there are bits of floating earth in the background. I wonder what that could mean. back down to the foot of the mountain. And that's all for Archer's Pass. Next area is Abadi's Forest. With a save point very graciously placed right at the beginning. Well, that's another large combo chain. And plenty of experience as a reward. I don't believe I actually got hit by that. Let me find yet another chest, but we have no keys, so there's nothing we can do here at the moment. Oh, hello.
Ah, hello again, my friend. I suspected you would return.
Let's see if we have any new materials to sell to you. We do not.
Your transaction is most appreciated. Watch your back, my friend.
Oops. Did not intend to fall down there. suppose we may as well use this skill gem now. It's not doing anything for us, just sitting in this stat screen. Ah, there's an exploding fruit down here. Let's make use of it. The screen can get very busy in this game. At times, it can be difficult to tell what's going on. I believe there will be another gateway down here that we will need to blow up. And with 3 points in attack, these giants are not much of a threat anymore. Provided we can parry them effectively.
Finally, we're out of those caverns.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark?
Ha! I laugh at the dark. Actually, I'm afraid of heights.
Wait, heights? How's that possible? You fly all the time, everywhere.
Oh, do I? I must have forgotten. Just like you must have forgotten that I can still fall at any time.
Never looked at it that way. You're an interesting one, Fidget.
I suppose that's true. This can be a tricky area to get through without being hurt.
I am here to serve.
I do not think we have anything to offer you at the moment. Oh, apparently we do.
Your transaction is most appreciated. Watch your back, my friend.
The slime will need to be dealt with urgently. Juggling him in the air can be a safer alternative to attempting to counter them.
Fidget, is something wrong?
She's been silenced, Dust. While in this state, she will be unable to cast her projectiles. Fortunately, the effect is only temporary and will fade over time.
You mean Fidget can't talk now? At all? That's terrible. Really awful. Not sure how I'll get by.
That was in terrible taste, Dust. Nah. Well, you didn't think that through very well, did you? And yet another skill gem is available, which we may as well use. Let's see what's in here. Ah, more slime. Excellent. I suppose we could open that path down there while we're here. You should not be following me. Ah, we found an item.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Haley, is that you? Where are you calling from?
From beyond the grave!
Ah! Demon blacksmith! That's the worst kind of blacksmith!
Would you calm down? I'm at home with Maddie. I see you found my dad's lost receiver.
Yeah, and it seems to be working.
That's great! Now, if you ever need to craft an item, you can do it directly from your inventory. Now, Dots, this doesn't mean I don't want you coming up to visit me in person, but at least I can keep an eye on you and help you out whenever you need me.
Sure, Haley. I really appreciate the help.
Let's give this transmitter a try and see if there's anything new I can craft. Ah, we still need another one of these, which are dropped from the electric jellyfish enemies in this area. Oh, and a key. Let's find a few more of them to kill. And of course it won't hurt to gain a bit more experience. It was a very well-timed counter. Oops. Well, that wasn't the best. Okay. Something would have been strange there. Java was attempting to do something. And was promptly stopped. Excuse me. I believe I countered there. Again, it is not my favorite mechanic by any means. We've collected another key.
We must be getting close.
How can you tell?
Look.
We may still be able to save the others. Let's hurry.
I'd like to collect that gold before moving on. There we are. And we found another note. The words can barely be made out, but it seems to say, travel far to the north, away from this place. In the highest peaks of the Blackmore Mountains, await the soul carrying a red crystal.
I am here to serve.
Let's sell a few more materials if we have any new ones. Oops. And here, there is a small secret hidden that can be quite difficult to reach. You need to make use of these enemies to fly upward. A very far distance. And not do that. That is the opposite of our goal. you can see, there's what appears to be a band-aid floating in the background back there. A not-so-subtle hint that there is something hidden in this area. But we need to climb very high in order to reach it, without performing that ground slam attack. Also, without hurting ourselves with Dust Storm. Can't seem to get quite high enough. I may need to upgrade my Dust Storm before this becomes possible. But it's alright, we likely don't have the keys we need at this point anyway. We'll move on and come back to this later.
This was done recently.
I wonder how you can tell.
We don't have time to wait for it to die out. There's got to be another way around.
Indeed there is. Although it seems likely that the rain should be putting it out. Clearly that is not the case. So let's bring this bomb fruit with us. We've lost tens of guards to this monster already. He keeps bombarding us with those green flames. They almost seem to have a mind of their own. But then, a sudden gust of wind blasted through the village and the flames disappeared. It stopped the creature's attack for but a moment, enough for me to escape. If only we could harness the power of a storm.
That did it! I can hear the water rushing below.
You're not very subtle, but that wasn't half bad.
Hello again, my friend. I suspected you would return.
I'm not sure how you seem to continue getting ahead of me like this. but I shouldn't complain.
Your trend. What?
While we're here, since we have plenty of money, let's see about purchasing the imp hides I'm going to need for this quest. And I'll buy these too.
Your trends.
Let's make this chainmail for a big increase to defense. And let's equip some food, as we are likely going to need it.
I really don't like the look of this.
We've made it this far, Fidget. Stay close to me and you'll be fine. What do you see, Yara? Anything?
Another enemy stands before you. But this one...
What is it, Ara?
Such hatred. Be careful, Dust.
Could there be a boss coming? Certainly sounds like it. There are a lot of dead people in this village.
So, you've come.
What have you done? You murdered all these innocent people!
You dare speak to me of innocence when you have so casually slain a countless number of my children.
Your children? You're talking about those monsters back there? Who are you?
So, you don't remember my name? Rest assured, my friend, this time, you will not so easily forget it.
I don't care what your name is. You're no different than those monsters I fought before. And like them, you will fall to my blade.
You are the only monster here, puppet. As I turn your bones to char, your final thought will be that Fuse was victorious. Now die!
And that's our first boss defeated.
The lights of Elysium shine upon me. But can they reach the darkness within you? I have come to my end.
What are you?
Among the last of a dying breed, a once proud race, extinguished by your hands.
My hands?
You and your warm-blooded kin. We Moonbloods were outcast, scattered to the wind. You and others like you, they came to my village, killed my family.
I can't remember.
is sadness in your eyes, but it is not guilt. It is loss. After all you've done to my kind, you still think only of yourself. Perhaps that is for the best. Your leader, Gaius, he led you and your fellow assassins into battle.
Assassins?
He even murdered his own kind, our greatest allies amongst the Warmbloods. But one escaped. She was the only one I would dare spare in the slaughter that was to come.
She? Who are you talking about? Who did I kill?
Who knows? Who sees? My vision has left me. I return now to the life thread and to my brethren.
No, wait!
Farewell, Warmblood. Ashes to ashes.
Dust to dust.
We did it.
He knew who I was, Fidget. He'd seen me before. If only he'd lived a moment longer. If only I'd managed to keep him alive somehow.
As you can see by the dead littering this village, that would not have been a good idea.
I'm sure you're right. We should return to Aurora and report to Mayor Bram. There was also that name, Gaius.
Just during the battle, I was studying Fuse's attacks. I think I might have picked up on his technique.
I've got a feeling we'll need it. Those monsters likely won't let us leave without a fight.
Fidget has cycled a new projectile type. We can press right bumper to cycle between them. Fidget now knows how to use fire, which can be fairly useful. And we've gained another level, which I will put into health.
More monsters.
What's the problem?
Well, Fuse did say they were his children.
Children or not, they don't look all that happy to see us.
Hey, Ugly! Are you gonna play nice? There's just no pleasing some people.
It was a valiant effort, Fidget.
What's all this?
These flags are a warning. The area up ahead is among the most dangerous of places. The challenges and creatures within are unlike anything you've dealt with before. Death will come swiftly if you are not prepared.
I think I've heard of these arenas. It's rumored they contain precious treasures.
Hey, your memory's coming back.
Just little bits here and there. Think we should go in?
I certainly hope you saved.
We have no need to do this yet. We will come back to it. Meanwhile, far to the north.
Sir, the preparations are nearly complete. We found another of their camps, but
it was deserted, of course. Keep up your search. They're going somewhere, and we need to know where that is.
Of course, sir. If that's all.
What of the rumors, Commander? Is there any truth to them at all?
We are investigating, sir. But surely you don't believe...
Commander, it is not your place to question what I believe. Our moment of glory draws near, and I want results.
As you wish, General.
Where are you, my friend? Why are you hiding from me?
Or foreshadowing of future events, but for now, let's head back to Aurora Village. It seems Gian is feeling better.
Ah, Dust! Thank you again for your help.
How's your leg doing?
I think I'll be alright. Just need some time to think is all.
And we've gained experience for talking to him.
I've got my eye on you. You and your annoying pet.
I am not a pet. Just tell him I'm not your pet.
Thank you again.
Notice that Fidget did not deny being annoying.
Jess?
There's nothing new there.
Mosca, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Oh? Is everything all right?
We traveled to Denim. It's been burnt to the ground.
What? Oh, no. No, no, no!
But there was a note. It's addressed to you from somebody named Sarahi.
Sarahi? Oh, thank goodness. She must be alive. She must have escaped. Please, let me see it.
What do you think, Mosca?
She mentions a place that only the two of us know about. It's a hidden cove not far from here. Please, Dust, go there and see if she's safe. I'll be following, but I'm no fighter.
If you insist on coming along, be sure to keep your distance.
Yeah, when Dust starts swinging that sword, you don't want to be anywhere near him. Have you seen the screen? He just goes...
Fidget describes us quite accurately.
Are you okay?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not really in a talkative mood.
Oh, Dust. We are indebted to you for what you've done for us. Gian and I are just going to rest for a bit here in Aurora. Actually, maybe you could speak with him? He would never admit it to me, but I just know something is troubling him.
Of course. Where is he now?
He's been pacing near the west entrance of the village, near the field where you rescued us. Thank you, Dust, for everything.
Well, let's go to have words with the mayor, the village chief, whichever title.
Aha! It's great to see you back, son. I knew you could do it. The monsters have already calmed their advance. Tell me, what happened? Did you confront their leader?
He was right where you said he'd be. In fact, he seemed to be waiting for us.
Waiting?
In the middle of a small village, surrounded by the innocents he killed.
Oh no. That could only be Denim Village. Did you find any survivors?
I'm sorry, Mayor Bram, but there were none. This creature that attacked the village, he was some kind of lizard, wore strange armor, called himself Fuse.
A lizard, you say? A moonblood, perhaps. I wonder if Ginger would know anything about that.
Ginger? That girl up on the hill?
Her family was killed almost a year ago in Zepplik village, a few days' journey to the north. General Gaius and his soldiers were looking for Moonblood sympathizers.
General Gaius? Do you know who he is?
Not personally. His is not a name we utter here without proper cause. I've never seen him or his soldiers personally, but tragedy tends to follow in their wake.
So why did they kill Ginger's family?
They were helping the Moonbloods, of course. Helping the enemy is a treasonous offense. Ginger escaped, but her parents and her brother did not. Regardless, I can't thank you enough for putting a stop to that mad beast before he came any closer to Aurora. If you want to ask Ginger about Fuse, I'd suggest you hurry. It looked like she was preparing to leave town for a while. Good luck.
And that is another quest completed. And we can turn in our imp hides
Here
here.
are those materials you asked for, Fail.
Great! Here's your payment. If you're willing, I could use your help again. I'd like to upgrade our weapons. Beast spears, while primitive, have finely chiseled stone tips that we can use for arrowheads. If you could bring me 8 beast spears, I'll buy them for a high price.
Something tells me you'll be needing more than 8 arrows, but I do not mind doing another quest. But that is going to be all for now. Thank you for watching. Oh, hi Helder. Nice to see you. Unfortunately, you've shown up just at the end of my broadcast for now. But I agree, this is a fantastic game. But I will most likely be back tomorrow to play some more. Well, I suppose I could go on a little longer. Just a few more moments, though. I am, getting pretty tired myself.
I don't get it. Why would anyone want to help those awful lizard things? That Fuse guy burned down an entire village.
Don't you understand, Fidget? He wasn't born that way. General Gaius and his soldiers turned him into that monster.
And Fuse is likely not the only one corrupted by General Gaius's hatred of the Moonbloods. We should speak to Ginger again to learn more about this conflict.
Yes, let's go talk to Ginger again. And see what she has to say.
Oh, you again. Mayor Bram said you'd left already.
Yes, we've already left and returned.
Yes, he asked us to stop the leader of these monsters. Turns out it was a Moonblood named Fuse. He'd gone completely insane.
Fuse? Oh no. He was leading those monsters? You killed him?
So you know him then? Was he always a homicidal pyromaniac?
Yes, that is true, Helder. In fact, the vast majority of this game was done by just one person. Most of the collaboration was done in the form of music and voice acting. The vast majority of the artwork, programming, and game design was done by a single person.
What? No, never! Why did you kill him?
Because he tried to barbecue me?
He destroyed Denham Village, Ginger, slaughtered dozens of innocent people. He refused to listen to reason and planned to attack Aurora next. I had to stop him.
This war is turning all of us into monsters. Thank you, then, for releasing Fuse from his madness.
Right before the end, he seemed lucid. He told me a few things before he passed. He tried to tell me about the war, about your family.
He was there the day my family was killed, yes. He was picking up supplies to bring back to his people. General Gaius attacked our village, burned it to the ground. I thought Fuse had been killed. Now I wish he had.
I'm sorry.
And why is that? The last time I saw an outfit like yours was the day my family was murdered. That outfit, it belongs to Gaius' soldiers.
Who are you, really?
I don't know.
Something tells me that's not going to be good enough.
That is not an answer!
Hey, ease off! Dust can't remember, okay? He doesn't even know his real name. You know, you should be more thankful. He just saved this village twice, and well, I watched him do it. And I'm also really hungry.
We never did get around to feeding Fidget.
Fidget, please, calm down. She's right to be suspicious. I don't know who I am, but I'm dressed as one of Gaius' soldiers. And that can't be good.
Perhaps. But your friend is right. You saved my village twice today. Gaius and his soldiers would never do that. Especially if they knew I was here.
Tell me where I can find this
If the only way to
Gaius.
stop this war is to stop General Gaius, then I need to know where to find him.
His campaign continues to the north. If you want to help right the wrongs
Yes,
of
they
your
are a
kind,
very
you're
deep
free to
shade
join
of
me.
blue, aren't they?
I'm afraid.
Oh, something exploded.
Whoa, what was that?
It came from the center of the village.
What are these things?
Evil vegetables.
Monsters! Ginger, get down!
Let's deal with them. Not much of a challenge.
That's the last of them. Ginger, are you okay?
I wonder what color Dust's eyes are. Oh, and, you don't need to worry about spoiling things. I've already played the game through before. I'm revisiting it now.
I'll be fine. You should go down below and find out what's happening.
Alright. You shouldn't stay here, Ginger. It's too dangerous. Head north. We'll catch up with you after we've gotten to the bottom of this.
Stay safe, Dust. We'll meet again at Roan Pass, at the foot of the Blackmore Mountains.
Either way, I'm not sure if there is any truth to this, but Ginger's voice does sound very familiar. In fact, I think it might be the same person who is currently playing Android 18 in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm not positive, I'll have to look into it, but I think it might be the same person. A very similar voice. I tend to have a talent for picking out performances among voice actors. Ah, yes. I seem to remember that, but it's been too long since I've played it, and I can't quite recall at this point. And yes, those monsters were not much of a challenge at all. I'd like to go back and talk to... I've forgotten his name. Forgive me, I'm terrible with names. The rabbit over here. Also, does anyone else find it strange that there are both anthropomorphic rabbits and normal rabbits in the same world? I wonder what dictates the difference. But they are adorable, aren't they? Just look at them. Aww.
Ah, Dust! Thank you again for your help.
How's your leg doing?
I think I'll be alright. Just need some time to think is all.
Is there anything else? It sounds like you've got something on your mind.
Yes, I have used parry. Although it is a bit frustrating to pull off.
It's that obvious, eh? Very well. I haven't told Oneida, but I do believe I lost my pocket watch when those giants attacked us.
And it's valuable.
Ah, that's true. It's odd that you'd mention that, because this does have a very Disney-like animation style, I think.
To me, yes. To the both of us, really. It was a wedding gift from her father. In fact, it's really the only thing we have to remember him by. I think I may have dropped it outside the farm, just before those creatures chased us back here. With my leg the way it is, I really can't be out looking for it.
A rabbit without a pocket watch? How will he know when it's time for tea?
I'll go take a look.
Thank you, Dust. Really. You don't know how much this means to me.
Yes, parrying is a bit frustrating. I'm going to go to Gian's farm. We'll do this little section, and then I will wrap it up for the night. I don't think I can actually get through this yet.
Those monsters really tore the place apart. Hey, Fidget, can you use that sixth sense of yours to find Gian's watch?
I doubt it. It probably only works on chests.
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
I'm getting something from down that big scary hole in the ground. Why is it always a big scary hole in the ground?
I'll have to get back to you on that, Fidget. In the meantime, we should clear it out for Gian and Oneida.
Yes, I think it was Alice in Wonderland, if I remember correctly. It may seem strange, but that was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Something I watched almost daily. Well, for a while anyway. It was a little rabbit in a tuxedo who was... in a tailcoat who was absolutely panicked about being late for tea. Let's explore this cavern. This looks like you'd be able to walk through it, but apparently not. I may not have what I need to fully explore this area yet. I do not think I do. But there is a little wind trick we can do here. There we are, and we can have some more delicious chicken. This one may be a bit more challenging, or not. Let's try to platform accurately, or not. One more try. There we go. And one more wall to break through. Oops. Was a little too forceful with that. I'm using a gamepad right now. Don't think I'll be able to reach this one in time, unless I use this exploding fruit. Come on, let's bring it down. There we go. I'm pulling a rotten tooth. I don't think I can climb up there, so let's head down. How did Gian's pocket watch manage to end up down here? Really? I don't think I've ever attempted to play it with keyboard exclusively. May have to try that at some point. Ah, I remember this. A wind puzzle. It's very odd that I'm able to manipulate this thing's movement through solid stone, but I will not complain. Ah, into the spikes. Not ideal. This is true. It's no wonder he wanted this pocket watch back. It's clearly magical. Perhaps this watch controls time itself. Let's try to bring this up gently. There we are. Oh no, it needs to go up there. There we are. And kaboom. And we've gotten the watch. I tend to have a bit of difficulty with keyboard with these kinds of games. I think I could pull it off in Dead Cells. Imagining that... I don't know what I'd bind dodge to. Maybe shift? It's so much easier than parrying. And we can't open that chest yet. Let's head back to Gian and give him his watch back. Hello. Here's your magic watch.
You found it! Oh, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
And apparently Dust just dropped it at his feet and made him bend down to pick it up.
Well, we did save your life, remember?
Yes, well, I meant aside from that. Thank you so much, you two. I have little to offer in return, but here, take this set of treasure keys.
Thank you, Guillaume.
Keys.
I'm glad we were able to be of service.
Having this pocket watch back puts my mind at ease. Thanks, Dust.
Yes, on that topic, your farm may be a dangerous sinkhole now, as we've upset the caves below it rather significantly. I would not consider that building sound anymore, as that entire area is likely to collapse into the cave system below. I can imagine using a pad to be a bit easier. I wouldn't know what to bind. In games like this, I like having the shoulder buttons for multi-directional dodges. But in Hollow Knight, I suppose it would be easier because the dodge is controlled by one button and the direction is dictated by the direction you're moving rather than the button you press. Yes, there wasn't much growing out there. Maybe his vegetable patch fell into the sinkhole along with everything else. Thankfully, his giant chest is still there, which I haven't opened yet, but I will at some point. I love the attention to detail. How the trees in the foreground and background adapt to the wind. Must have taken a long time to program that. Well, that's going to have to be it for me tonight. I am getting very tired. And I woke up at midnight last night, I believe. Usually over the weekend, I stay up late in order to reset my sleep pattern. Yes, there's a surprising amount of attention to detail in this game. Especially considering how fast it tends to move. You would think it would bog itself down and drop frames like constantly, but it doesn't. It's an impressive work of coding to be able to put this much on screen in this much detail without losing frames at all. Oh, if you want, you can see my my other file that I previously finished the game on. I played this game to death and unlocked everything. More than anything. Or more than everything, I should say. I completed more than there was to complete, somehow. I'm still not sure how this exactly works. Yeah, I'm an amateur in this kind of thing, myself. But I imagine there must be some very complex math going on behind the scenes, dictating which direction you move in and dictating all the different physics interactions that are going on when dust is spinning around through the air. It would be fun to create something like this. but the amount of work involved is just ridiculous. I couldn't even summarize it. Anyway, that's going to have to be it for me tonight. But I will most likely be back tomorrow, unless a meteorite falls on my house or something. Yeah, it's like just this small incline on the ground is a significant amount of detail, as it requires I would imagine it requires a collision zone to be set, but it also goes along an incline here and moves upward, and not only does the character move upward, but he also ascends at an angle, which is, I imagine, quite complex to program. Well, for me it would be basically impossible. But if I strain my brain, I can almost see the framework. Oh, I appreciate it, Haldor. I hope we do see you there. But until then, that's going to have to be it for me tonight. And I will most likely be back tomorrow to play some more Dust and maybe finish some more things in Hollow Knight that I haven't gotten to yet. I haven't really touched any of the DLC, so looking forward to attempting some of that, and most likely getting absolutely destroyed in the process. But that will be for another night. Until then, thank you for hanging out with me. I will save for the 7th time. Yes, the additional content for Hollow Knight, the Crimson Court, Godmaster, and other such things. There was additional content added to the game after its release. All of it was free, too. I've been trying to get through the Trial of Fools, and it was very, very difficult. Oh, no, I was talking about Hollow Knight. My mistake. Sorry for the confusion there. But yes, good night for now, and I hope to see you tomorrow.